Yes.
Okay. All right. So, people when you go to meet with somebody and all this stuff, one of the first questions they ask is, so who are you guys, right?
Right.
And we have a tendency to say, oh, we're a financial group, blah blah blah, and all this stuff. What I tell them is this. I ask them, so if you were to do business with somebody, who would you rather do business with? Somebody who has a good reputation and has, years of, what do you call this, years of experience or longevity in the industry. What would you rather do? Somebody fly by night just started a couple of years ago, or somebody who's been around for a long time?
Of course, someone who has experience, long time.
Okay, great. Have you ever heard of a company called Aegon? Aegon, okay? And who's heard of Aegon before? Nobody, right?
No.
Okay, in the United States, we've never really heard of Aegon until recently. And how that is, believe it or not, Aegon was founded and they're based in the Netherlands, okay? Netherlands. Okay. Aegon is traded on the stock exchange under AEG, not AIG, okay? So in order to be traded on the stock exchange, you have to be a pretty solid company, yes?
Yes.
This company is this solid. It has over $520 billion in assets, okay? They've been around for over 150 years, okay? Okay. So knowing this, right, that's some pretty good backing, right?
Yes.
Because if you put together Yahoo, Apple, Google, and all those guys, they don't even come close to 520 billion. All right. So we have the financial backing. Okay, in 1999, okay, since everybody in the world knows about Aegon, but here in the United States, they haven't gotten, the what do you call this? The exposure or anything like that. They decided, well, why should we try to establish something there when we can partner up with a company that has already has a market share and been around for a while and all that stuff, right? Well, instead of starting something new here, there's a company in San Francisco that looks like this. Okay. It's like, no, that's not ears and a face, okay? When you go to San Francisco, what's one of the first landmarks? You come over the Bay Bridge and you see it. It's
The Transamerica building.
the Transamerica, right? So Transamerica.
So funny, I used to work there for them in the 80s, Transamerica,
Wow.
in the Pyramid Building.
Right.
Yes.
I used to go clubbing there all the
Yeah.
time. Okay, so anyway, Transamerica in 1999, not only did they partner with them, they purchased them for $16 billion, okay? You don't have to go into big detail, but that's lots of money. Transamerica has been around for over 100 years. Okay. Transamerica was also founded by the same people, the same guy that founded Bank of America. Bank of America is very big, yes?
Yes.
They're international, so
Yes.
Transamerica is international too. Okay? At the same time, okay, around 2000, okay, they, what do you call this? We're looking for somebody to basically market or be the broker dealer. Okay? At that time, there was WMA. Prior to that is WFG. Okay, who is WFG? That's World Financial Group. So you tell them all that stuff, right? And WFG is actually a sister company with Transamerica. WFG is not an insurance company, okay? We're not we don't have our own stocks or investments, okay? What we are is a broker-dealer, okay? You'll hear companies such as, State Farm, Farmers, Primerica, they have their own, insurance companies that deal with specifically. WFG being a broker-dealer, have you ever heard of Nationwide?
Yes.
Let's go. Nationwide is
On your side.
right. Okay. so Nationwide.
Chicken parm tastes so good.
There you go. How about Pacific Life? The tails, you know, the big, what's it called? Whale's tail, right?
Whales.
Yeah, that's a big dolphin, okay? Who else? Prudential, we just say
Then
Pru,
Voya,
Voya. Okay, these are some of our things. Who else? But anyway,
Mutual of Omaha, that's
yeah,
right.
mutual. So, but anyways, now these companies, would you agree these are not small companies?
Definitely not small.
Okay, so we only work with the biggest companies, okay? These are just what we call our platinum partners, okay? But we have more, okay? So Gerber Life, you know, all kinds. And, you know, somebody goes, well, what about National Life and all this stuff? Well, you guys are so small. You know? Somebody came up to, hey, National Life is this, and that. I said, Nationwide is on your side, and all this stuff. And you know, when you compare and all this stuff, I mean, there's a lot of good products out there. You gotta admit. But one thing we do have that they don't is FFIUL. Okay. Okay, but you don't talk about that right away. And then how the presentation goes from this is we lead into our three circle presentation from here, or whatever presentation. But just remember Aegon. Aegon's been around for a long time, based in the Netherlands, traded, you know, on the stock exchange. Can't trade unless, you know, you're big, because they have 520 billion plus, been around 150 years. 1999, Transamerica was purchased by Aegon to have a market presence, okay? So, I mean, seriously, I asked my friends from like South America, from Australia and all this stuff, oh, Aegon, yeah, they're here. I
Wow.
said, really? You know, Asia, they're all over, okay?
Wow. Okay.
And so, that's what's beautiful about that. And then 2000, that's when WFG came into the picture. And, you know, ever since then, we've had the partnership with them and have exclusivity to some of the best products, if not the best product. I mean, you hear it all the time. FFIUL is still the #1 selling insurance product on the market, and only we sell them, you know? And so, you know, people come at you and then,
Only we as the WFG.
WFG. Yeah.
Okay.
WFG is the only one that sells. I think they've offered it now. They finally got it out into the regular, you know, for a bunch of other independent producers. But the thing is, they don't get paid as well as we do, you know. And we have the best thing. So that's what you do. You start off with this all the time, you know. Because a lot of times, you know, we'll start talking about other things and all that stuff, and then they'll go, so,
I
what do
have
you
a
do?
question.
Sure.
What if they ask, well, what's the difference between you and State Farm and Farmers?
What's the difference?
Yeah.
Okay, State Farm and Farmers, they are, what do you call this? What's the word, you know, when you,
Dedicated?
yeah, they're dedicated. They cannot sell anything else. They can only sell State Farm products. So they're limited,
Limited,
Right.
okay.
very limited.
Okay.
If you can sell this plus 100 other companies, is that limited? No. So guess what? Who can cater to your particular needs better? Cookie cutter or this, right? And you find that a lot. That's why we replace a lot of those policies, because that's all they're, you know,
And that's like New York Life too. They're
New
only
York
certain-
Life, we can eat them for lunch every day,
Yeah.
Wow.
you know? So that's how you do that, okay? And then, yeah, so pretty much, this should be an intro to the company before you go into whether you talk about Medicare, you know.
Okay.
So that way they have a background of who we are, and that, you know, we're not, you know, just the company trying to sell something, you know, that we have a backing here, okay?
That's good.
So with the broker dealer